Hey, welcome back. So this video was requested by someone on Discord, and they wanted me to talk about, investing tips, strategies, all that kind of stuff for younger people, probably people in their 20s, if I remember correctly. But so that's kind of what I'm going to focus on. This stuff can apply to anybody at any age. I know viewers on my channel range from like age 18 all the way up to people in their 70s. So there's a wide range here, but younger people, as we all know, it's like they have more time in their life and there's more chance to succeed financially than when you're in your 60s or 70s, because you don't have enough time to let things play out and grow like they otherwise would. So I want to talk about things to keep in mind, like if you're in your 20s, like if you're 20 years old or 25 or even 30, especially some things that I would keep in, like if I could go back and I could be 20 or 25 again, what I would do given the landscape that we have with investing today. So I need to drive, so I'm gonna hit the road and I'll just talk. And I know that the audio isn't as good like when I'm driving, because you get the sound of the vehicle and the heater, and I need to have the heater on because it's freaking cold, but I'll do the best I can here. So the first thing obviously that I mentioned, that I referred to, is like when you're younger, when you're in your 20s, for example, you have more time than the rest of us. I didn't start investing, really on my own until I was in my mid-30s, almost probably 37, almost, I think. I mean, I had contributed to like my employer's TSP plan, which is a retirement plan for government employees, because I was employed by the government or an educational institution that had an affiliation with the government, so we had a TSP plan. But, it wasn't until I was like 36 or 37 where I started to invest on my own. And, I didn't really know what the hell I was doing at the time. There wasn't a lot of information out that I could really find. I was very skeptical of the stock market, so and the risk there. So initially I was doing a lot of investments in precious metals, which in hindsight, it's like I should have done something different, but that's kind of how I got started. And then I eventually branched out into investing into the stock market as a whole. Not necessarily individual stocks, more indexes and stuff. And then, things kind of grew from there. So anyway, so given what we have in the investing world today, man, I wish that we had these options when I was younger. And I wish I knew about them and I knew how to use them, all that stuff. So, and those two things are cryptocurrency and high yield dividend ETF. So here's what I would say too. When you're in your 20s, when you're young, you've got time, which allows you to A, not only grow your financial assets, but B, take bigger risks than you are later in life. Like here's an example of taking a risk. Like when I was young, like in my late 20s, I decided to quit my job and start my own business. Well, that was feasible for me because I was younger at the time. I was single, didn't have a family, and didn't have that kind of stuff kind of holding me down, so to speak. So I was able to take a bigger risk and go out on my own. Would I have taken the same risk, now, like when I've got a family? It's like, I don't think so. That would have been a much riskier thing for me to do, both age-wise and just with my family situation, my life situation. So when you're young, you are more free to take riskier bets, not like risky ass bets, but measured risks, right? Where you do your research and it seems like it's a good idea and you go in on something. And so one thing that I would do, and none of this is financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a dude in a Jeep who is driving someplace in the Midwest. My advice to you, like, depends on what you have to invest. So like if you have $1,000 total to invest, or maybe $2,000 total, you might want to consider sticking half of that into cryptocurrency this bull run. And in particular, the funds I've talked about, LTCN, BCHG, and if you want, a little bit into GXLM. But you might want to consider that. And also check out the Money Machine calculator spreadsheet that I posted in Discord that shows you how to rocket your wealth to great heights, because all it takes is 10 years, man, 10 years, and you can do amazing things. On that note, I would really encourage you to open a Roth IRA account, because here's the deal. If you wait too long to do that, it might be out of reach, because Roth IRA accounts have limitations. Like you can't open an account and can't contribute to an account if you make more than a certain amount of money. And as you move up in your career, as you start to earn more money, well, that can put you out of sight of essentially being able to contribute to a Roth. And a Roth, things inside a Roth grow tax-free. It's insane. Like the money machine calculator, it's like $500 in, $4 billion out. That's the kind of like growth you can get when it's tax-free. It's insane. So definitely check out, invest in a Roth IRA, I think would be a good idea. You don't need to put it all in a Roth. Put some in a taxable account like M1 or Robinhood or Fidelity or wherever it is that you want to, stash your cash for investments. Use the brokers that you feel are best. I do not like Robinhood. I would not suggest Robinhood. I don't consider them to be a fully fledged broker. And as you start to make more money, as your investments grow, you really want a full-fledged broker. So definitely consider others that are out there like Fidelity, Schwab, Vanguard, E-Trade, things like that. Definitely check those out. I'd stay away probably from Robinhood and Webull, but just my opinion. I would take measured risk, right, and just go balls out on a strategy that could really set you free. I mean, let's say you got $2,000 to invest. If you were to allocate $500 of that to the money machine formula, invest it in crypto, and then rotate it back into, like, say, Coney or some other high yield ETF, and then back into crypto, you end up with a ton of money after 10 years. And so that gives you financial freedom. By the time you're 30, like if you're 20 now, by the time you're 30, man, you're financially free. You can quit your job, you can live off dividends, you're free, you're set for life, right? You're set for life. And so really consider that. It's just a real game changer. Even if you don't do that, I would suggest that you take a look at the dividend snowball calculations inside of that money machine calculator. Show you what you can get if you invest in Tesla, SQL or SQI, and Coney. You got to adjust the yields in there, according to like an average of what you think you can get. But it's still incredible results over the course of 10 years. You make incredible results, and that's what we all want. So definitely do that. So a couple summary things as to what I've talked about thus far. One, definitely take more risk, measured risk, right? Because you have time to recover if something goes wrong. It's a good time to take risk in your life. Two, open a Roth IRA account. Definitely do that if that's, if you're able to do that. And then you might want to put something into like a standard taxable brokerage account. I don't know, actually, I'm not familiar with like the Roth IRAs. They probably have, and I'm not sure on this, so you'd have to check, have rules like you can't withdraw before a certain age, like 59 or something. I don't know, but I guess I haven't looked into that. I know my SEP IRA has a limitation, like I have to be 59 and a half before I can withdraw it, otherwise it'd be a penalty. So, if you want to withdraw penalty free, you gotta wait till you're 59. So, in that case, like, that's a long ways out. If you're 20, obviously grow money in your Roth. It'll be there for you when you're older, but also do almost like a parallel tranche of investments in a taxable brokerage account so that you can use it right away, so you can enjoy life, because you should be able to enjoy life. And it's like, if you're financially set, financially free and wealthy, in your 20s and 30s, man, you're going to have a really good life. And I don't know, like I'm envious of you. A, I wish I could go back to my 20s because life was a little bit more fun in my 20s. But B, man, the investment vehicles that are available today are so much better than what was around when I was 20. They just didn't exist. At least, to normal people. Maybe they did to an elite crowd or something. I don't know, but not to us. And now we have incredible high yield ETFs and cryptocurrency, which can just take you to the stratosphere in your wealth. So that's the summary, I guess, of what I would say. Your journey is yours and yours alone. Like, everybody is on their individual journey. What they want to accomplish is up to them. The goals, it's up to them. The things they want to invest in, that's up to them. The things I talk about a lot on this channel are cryptocurrency and high yield dividend ETFs. And it's because they are the most powerful mechanisms for rocketing your wealth, right, that I know of. And and they're easy to get into. And that's why I think they're so powerful. And definitely, like I said, If you haven't downloaded that spreadsheet, the Magic Money Machine calculator, go to Discord, click on the files channel, you will find it there. So, and again, it's all just for fun and entertainment. It makes some assumptions, broad assumptions. It's not a perfect spreadsheet, not a perfect calculator. It just, it's meant to inspire you. It's meant to inspire you and to show you what is possible with your money, because great things are possible. And hardly anybody, I actually don't know of anybody else talking about this stuff. I know of no one else that's talking about this stuff. So I figured, I'm like, well, I'm going to talk about it because it can change lives in a big way. But anyway, that's it. That's my suggestions as for young investors out there, like folks in their 20s, for example. And again, you can apply this to, you know, people in the 30s too. It's not age specific, but you know, the younger you are, the longer you have for your investments to grow. And like I said, like you're able to take more risk and to be more tolerant of risk. Like when shit goes south in your investments, it's not going to fuck up your entire life. If you're 65 or 70 and you invested the wrong thing, your life goes south in a big way, right? But if you're in your 20s, well, shit goes south, you know, and then you have time to recover. So it's not that big of a deal. I mean, nobody likes a loss, but still you have time to recover, versus when you're much older, you might not have time to recover. So you need to be very careful. You know, you need to be, I think, more conservative the older you get, generally speaking, with your investments. So just some words to think about, I guess. All right, that's it for this video. Hope you guys are doing well. If you haven't joined Discord, we have over 1,400 members, pushing on 1,500, which I think we're going to hit in the next day or so. From all around the world, they talk about dividend investing, crypto investing, grayscale stuff, all that kind of good stuff. So definitely join Discord if you have not already. Again, and the link is in the pinned comment below. All right, hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you in the next one. If you have suggestions for other videos that you'd like me to do, post them in the videos channel on Discord, and I'll see you soon. Take care.